Sealed Air is a plastics company that produces food product packaging, shipping materials, and medical supplies. They operate in a very competitive market and have to compete on price, performance, and reliability, all while keeping in mind consumer perception as it plays a significant role as companies try to reduce single-use plastics due to consumers wanting more sustainable products. Sealed Air also has very ambitious but also achievable sustainability goals that they're well on their way to meeting both for 2020 and 2025 deadlines.
Film sheet and bag manufacturing industry has grown. The industry revenue is expected to have an annualized growth rate of 0.5% for the next 5 years. Factors that will influence revenue are increased consumer spending, foreign competition, and probability and structure of the industry. Increased consumer spending is one of the main drivers for the industry. IBISWorld is projecting by the year 2024, the per capita disposable income will be at an annualized growth rate of 1.5%, and consumer spending will be at 2%. This statistic is based on the increasing U.S. population and demand for consumer goods. Location is also a big deal for the industry. Most locations for plastic manufacturing establishments in the United States, according to IBISWorld, are the states of Wisconsin, Indiana, Ohio, PA, New York, California, Texas, and Georgia. IBISWorld reports that the Great Lakes regions account for 25.6% of the industry, the Southeast region 20.4%, the Mid-Atlantic region 15.1%, and the West region 14.7%. What are the types of consumers that make up the markets for the company? Well, the major markets for the industry are as follows. Food and beverage manufacturers and retailers account for 39% of the industry makeup. Pharmaceutical, medical, and hygiene manufacturers 21.9%, exports 20.5%, and other markets 16.5%, and industrial industries 2.1%. Additionally, the business sector is vital for the success of the industry. The business sector includes things like retail, wholesale, and distribution. Food and other consumer goods. Consumer behavior also affects how the industry does. What are the critical risks for the company and the industry? According to IBISWorld, there are a few factors that the company needs to implement in order to succeed. IBISWorld lists them as technical research and development, production and added value to products, supply contracts, economies of scope, and effective cost controls. Other factors that can contribute to potential risks are profits, wages, purchases, depreciation, marketing, rent, and utilities, and others. Currently, wages have already increased by an annualized rate of 2% and account for 13.5% of the industry's revenue. Additionally, oil prices have affected the industry, specifically in regard to plastic resin. Since oil prices are volatile, they can affect how much the industry can bring in each year as revenue. Other critical factors that can affect the industry are environmental concerns. It has been reported that the plastic industry is responsible for 14% of harmful toxins being released in the United States air each year. Ecology Center has reported that some of these harmful toxins include acetone and sulfur oxides. This can lead to even tougher governmental oversight due to these harmful chemicals and tougher regulations when it comes to manufacturing. Now, what is the overall size of the company in the plastic film, sheet, and bag manufacturing industry? Well, Sealed Air makes up 4% of the industry, which is not a lot, but they are still a major player for this industry. The two other major players in the industry include Bemis Company, which makes up 5.2%, and Berry Global Incorporated, which makes up 8.6%. In the last fiscal year, Berry had a revenue of $7.9 billion, followed by Bemis, which had a revenue of $4.1 billion, and Sealed Air had $4.7 billion in total revenue. Additionally, by year's end of 2019, Sealed Air is projected to make $1.8 billion. The company also has many manufacturing facilities across the world. Sealed Air currently has over 114 manufacturing facilities and employs over 8,000 employees. The company also likes to focus on their two business segments. These business segments include food care and product care. Sealed Air also has two subcategories: flexible materials and related systems segment. And the company has a rigid packaging and absorbent pad segment. Sealed Air is also acquiring Diversey for $4.3 billion. Sealed Air is also listed as a Fortune 500 company, and again, they have a global reach in the plastic film, sheet, and bag manufacturing industry. For example, company is not the company is not only in their domestic market, which is the United States, but they're also in foreign markets like Europe, the European Union, and China. In order in order for the company to thrive in other markets, the company needs to adhere to their needs. For example, in the European market, the European Commission wants to have plastic companies focus more on a more resource efficient economy. This corresponds with Sealed Air's core values about sustainability, so they are more likely to exceed in the European market. Now, how big is the European plastic market? According to another source called Polymer Database, they are reporting that the plastic industry makes up around 350 billion euros per year. That is close to the US's 390 billion per year. Additionally, the site reports that the three major players in the plastic industry are China, Europe, and the United States.
Based on average changes from past years and how Sealed Air's sustainability goals fit into current market trends, we believe Sealed Air is positioned to grow up to over 40% in the next 5 years. On average, revenue has grown 6% each year over the past 3 years. Gross profit has grown 3.5%. EBITDA has increased 8.9% each year as well. Cost of goods sold has increased an average of 7.23%, indicating that Sealed Air is continuing to expand and sell more products. The only metric that has not continually increased is SG&A, which has changed by an average of about 4% from year to year. We believe this will continue to decrease, however, as Sealed Air continues to become more efficient. Sealed Air has continued to find innovative ways to add value not only to their customers, but also to society. This commitment and ingenuity will help ensure Sealed Air remains competitive even with such stiff competition. Based on average changes from past years and how Sealed Air's sustainability goals fit into current market trends, we believe Sealed Air is positioned to grow up to over 40% in the next 5 years. On average, revenue has grown 6% each year, and over the past 3 years, gross profit has grown 3.5%, EBITDA has increased 8.9%, cost of goods sold has increased an average of 7.23% each year, and this indicates that Sealed Air is continuing to expand and sell more products. The only metric that has not continually increased is SG&A, which has changed by an average of about 4% from year to year. We believe this will continue to decrease, however, as Sealed Air continues to become more efficient. Sealed Air has continued to find innovative ways to add value not only to their customers but also to society. This commitment and ingenuity will help ensure Sealed Air remains competitive even with such stiff competition.
For the company to stay competitive, Sealed Air is focusing on technology, innovation, reducing damage, risk management, and food safety. For instance, Sealed Air focuses on plant-based sustainable packaging, fresh meat packaging, smoked and processed meat packaging, and poultry packaging for their food segment. The company also focuses on automated packaging systems, postal solutions, surface protection, void fill solutions, blocking and bracing, cushioning solutions, and temperature control solutions for their product segment. E-commerce is also a big part for the company, and much of the success of it depends on their automated packaging systems. Now, what are some key strategies for the company? Sealed Air has many key strategies in order to remain competitive in the industry. One of these key strategies for the company is to capitalize on megatrends. This is evident in the purchase of diversity. By purchasing diversity, Sealed Air has increased their presence in the developing regions and puts them as a potential front-runner in sustainable solutions. The president of the company feels like the purchase of diversity will open up the market beyond specialty packaging solutions. The president also notes that this purchase will increase the shareholders' value. Sealed Air also likes to focus on the finer details when it comes to running a business. Whether it is being consumer assessed, having an owner mentality, always wanting to improve, or focus on adversity, Sealed Air wants to flourish in these categories. In order to achieve this, the company needs their employees to abide by these statements. Some other key strategies that the company states are vital are as listed. The company lists them as damage reduction, cube optimization, fulfillment velocity, customer experience, and customer experience. Let's take a look at one of their key strategies called damage reduction. For damage reduction, the company wants less wasted time, resources, and materials, and ensures the customer has the right experience. The statement not only emphasizes the need for the company to excel at making and distributing their products, but also focuses on the experience of the customer. The company also wants, in their words, to reinvent their SEE strategy. This SEE strategy can be best described as a strategy that focuses on cost savings while at the same time increasing profitability and earning potential. For example, the company wants to use their SEE strategy to focus on e-commerce, increase operating leverage over 40%, and by the year end of 2021 save a maximum of $235 million.
Sealed Air is a customer-oriented company that focuses on making their customers happy while also thinking about how they can limit their resources to help improve the environment. They strive to reduce packaging damages and to ensure that produce lasts longer while being shipped. Sealed Air's 2020 goal is to reduce greenhouse gases, water intensity, and energy intensity by 25%. Lastly, to divert landfills by 100%. Their goals are focused around 3 pillars: reduce their footprints, reimagine customer solutions, and ways on how they can benefit society. Sealed Air's main goal and next step is to design and advance their innovative packaging solutions to be 100% recyclable or reusable by the year 2025. They plan on eliminating plastic waste and being able to reuse old models. By collaborating with their other partners, they will be able to reach their goal faster and would be able to maximize product production. By listening to what their customers want, focus on product design, and use their resources efficiently, they will be able to accomplish their goal.